Welcome to the neighborhood, YouTube family. Wait. Cut to the beat.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style from me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut.
Hey, what's up? If you're new here and this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Mark. Please remember to slash that like button, and also please remember to annihilate that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell. And also, you guys know I live for the comments down below. But let's just jump straight into these reactions. Let's go! Okay, so let's get into this reaction. We're gonna be reacting to Skillet with Monster, and I'm already not gonna hold y'all. I am so anxious to react to this song because I became a huge Skillet fan ever since you guys have told me to start reacting to their music, and it's already from my first reaction I did with Feel Invincible. So I'm definitely anxious to hear how Monster sounds. I'm trying to get a feel from it from the title. I feel like it's gonna be something deep and like reflective, and I feel like it's gonna have some type of hidden in-depth meaning. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. We just gonna jump straight into this track. I think I've talked enough. Y'all probably like, shut up, just get into it. So we just gonna get into it. Okay. Okay, already, and I'm telling you, we only 7 seconds in, and this is already being bodied. And what I love about it is because, like, a lot of you guys who have followed my channel, you know that, well, follow the channel, you know that I come from like rap and hip hop and R&B and like soul type of genre and that music, and knowing a lot about that. And what I love about this is that it's putting me in a mind frame of when Nicki Minaj and B.O.B. collaborated and did Out of My Mind, where you had like that psychiatric scene, and you had the you had B.O.B. basically in a straitjacket, like embodying like an insane type person that was like losing his mind, and like almost like John Malkovich, like having like a beautiful mind, if you know that movie. So that's what it kind of reminds me of, and I definitely love that. So I'm gonna insert a clip right now.
What's your name, B.O.B., so they calling you Bob? Stop playing, you know that I'm known for the Bob.
So I don't know what you guys think, but it was definitely giving me like B.O.B. beautiful, B.O.B. and Nicki Minaj Out of My Mind. But let's jump back into this. Ooh, I love how that heightened.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. Keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me. The beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the wall, in the closet and the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head.
Ooh, I love this. And the thing I like about this, like I was saying, is because now it's taking me in the mind frame of one of the poems that I did when I was younger in my teenage years, and it was called Icy Hell, and I put that in one of my Mark Under the Microscope series. I might have to share the link if any of you guys want to hear the whole thing who are new to the channel and haven't got a chance to watch that episode that I did, which is like my own personal series. But it definitely reminded me of that, because in my Icy Hell poem, I was basically channeling my mother, and basically the things that she put me through as a child. And so I was channeling the inner demons that she was battling, and the inner monster that was living inside of her, dealing with her drug addiction, her substance abuse and alcohol abuse, her prostitution abuse. And like one of the lines in there, I basically said, I wish I could, I'm like kind of paraphrasing, but it was like, I wish I could go hide into my room where it's safe enough to be myself. Walls will hug me, they will suffocate me. And it was basically me just stepping inside the life of my mother, and basically projecting the icy hell that she was living in, the hell that she was living in on earth, and how people basically viewed her while she was struggling with her addiction. And I feel like so many of us, we deal with a lot of that anyway, where we deal with where we have to deal with people who are battling their own demons and their own sins, and that sometimes you have to just love them enough to let them go, if that makes sense. And I know I just dealt with that, and just like a lot of the things that I continue to go and deal with in my life. Yeah, I may love the person, or I may have a strong connection with that person, but at the same time, there comes a time and a place where sometimes you have to love them in order to let them go. And that's something true, because basically when a person is dealing with like monsters and demons, you can only do so much, and it comes to a point where it's like you can't win at a game when you're not you can't win at someone else's game when you're not on the same level as them, whether it's a higher level or a lower level. Like if you're not on the equal level, you're not going to win that game. And so I feel like sometimes life is like that game of chess, where it's almost like you're trying to checkmate the other person. And I know that's kind of like a ramble, but I just wanted to sit there and basically insinuate what the song was meaning to me. But let's jump back into this.
Somebody come and save me from this, make it end. I feel it deeper than it's just beneath the skin. Must confess that I feel like a monster. Hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
And see, this is why I say I love the ladies that's in the group Skillet. They are so bomb and badass. Like, they are the epitome of beauty, boss, like just like killing it and just representing for women all across the world, and showing that you could be badass and strong and powerful and just representing that. And I love that. Let me jump back into this.
Like a monster. Cage, but I can't control that. Cause if I let him out, he'll tear me up, break me down. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deeper than it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
Hey.
I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. Must confess.
And where he said that, where he sat there and said, I hate what I've become, I know, like I said, with me personally, I hate what I had become because of the things that I was subjected to. And it was not like I was living like the straight and narrow path, even though I knew I could aspire to greatness. But it was like so much hurt and agony and heartache that I had to deal with basically both of my parents not being in my life, and then struggling with my mom. Basically, even just off rip, like I was born into this world of struggle. Basically, I was draped with it. Basically, being abandoned by my mom when I was 2 to 3 months old, excuse me, in a empty apartment building, like in winter, and during the winter time, and I had to deal with that, and then coping with basically going and living with my my great grandmother, who's from Louisiana, but having to deal with like being always bullied and picked on in school, because people were like, the kids would be like, oh, well, why is your mom so old, and this and this and this, and they're picking on me just for things like that. And then even when my mom came back into my life, and having to sit there and deal with basically that heart and the heartache and pain when I was 8 years old, when I was like, well, why don't you want me? And basically her kind of turning her back on me, because that was basically her still dealing with her addiction and everything. And then that made me attempt my first suicide when I was basically 8 years old, when I locked my room, and when I locked myself in my room and tried to burn myself inside my room. Like, I set my room on fire, tried to burn myself, and I could have basically burned up the whole house if I didn't snap back into reality. But it's just like, it's just those things that I think of, and just battling the monster that was even inside of me. And it really wasn't a sin within me, because I was innocent in the matter. I was a child. But then even when I got into my years after my great grandmother had passed away, and then I went and lived with my mom when I was with my biological mother between like when I was 11 and 12, but then still having to deal with like the heartache and the pain, and like just seeing her, like witnessing her being raped numerous of times, me having to deal with being molested and raped in her care, and then just having to be on the streets homeless and just having to live in homeless shelters, and then having to take that energy and then channeling that energy in school and still trying to cope with being in school, and then still getting picked on not only by kids but then being picked on by adults as well. And that was mind-blowing. That blew mine, because I'm like, whoa, like, okay, kids, I'm like, yeah, but then I'm like, now I have adults sitting here poking the bear. And then it was to the point where when I got taken from my mom, and then I was in the courtroom and she was like, no, I don't want him, and then turned her back on me. And that's when I was even in foster care. Even then, when I went into the foster care system after I left my aunt's house, when I was dealing with a cousin who was basically repeatedly sexually assaulting me. And that was like crazy, and having to deal with those issues. But that's when I tried to commit suicide again, because I just wanted to numb the pain. I just wanted to make all the pain just go away. And then I come off as so strong, but in actuality I was weak at that point, because it was like, yo, I just want everything to go away. I want everybody to go away. And just trying to battle with those struggles and navigate life. And then even going into adulthood, like as in when I was 18. And then when I moved in with my foster dad, and him shining the light and just letting me know that everybody is not going to be there for you. Everybody's not going to be on your side. And that had to wake me up. And then I had to battle with that with being an undergraduate degree. While I was getting my undergrad, yeah, I had some slip ups, but I still tried to make it my mission to like go over basically and not be hindered by that. So I was able to get 2 degrees at the undergraduate level, and then I was able to move on and then get 2 graduate degrees at the graduate level. And now I'm sitting here being able to say that now I'm studying, trying to get into law school. So my point is, you can battle those monsters. It's just like, are you gonna be that David slaying Goliath, that monster, to sit there and say like, yo, I'm not gonna become as sick as my secrets. I'm gonna sit there and go forward and not falter and let that dwindle me. But let's jump back into this. Sorry you guys, I went on that, but I just wanted to get a breakdown. Ooh, come on. Whoa. I love that. Oh, I like that too. Bang those drums. Woo, I love that. That was bomb. That was dope. I love that. That was dope. I love this. Okay, so we're quickly going to talk about Skillet with Monster, and I'm not going to go really too in-depth with this analysis because I said a lot of the things that I really wanted to say at the beginning, well, throughout the reaction. But what I will say is that I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. I love this track. A matter of fact, this will be going on my Amazon playlist once I figure out where my phone is at. But this is definitely going to be going on my playlist because I love this. I love the message. I love the vibe. I loved everything about it. My one thing that I did like that I absolutely loved is like I loved when he did that channeling of the monster within there, and his voice went like all demonic. I love that because that actually became befitting of what the track was representing. Like I thought he did a phenomenal job. This was like poetry basically, and that's why I said it definitely reminded me of my poem that I wrote when I was a teenager, basically about when my mom's battled with addiction. I thought that this was a phenomenal song. Like I have no negative energy towards it. I have no negative comments about it. Skillet did that. This was crazy. I love it. Like, I don't know which song I like out of the 3 reactions that I've done of Skillet, but I can say I love this too. Like, I'm like a huge fan, because right now it's 3 for 3, and it's like basically a home run pretty much for me. So with that being said, you guys let me know what you thought of Skillet with Monster in the comments below. And with that being said, please remember to be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.